Hey, what's up, guys? Watchel here. Welcome to Battlefield 4. This is from my PlayStation 3 days. This is a classic. This is from a few years ago. Never posted this, so it's a good time to post it because today we are going to talk about Battlefield 2018. And you know what? I think it's gonna be an awesome game. Even though I don't know anything about it, I think it's gonna be an awesome game. And I believe these guys learned the lesson. There was no so many mistakes in Battlefield 1 compared to Battlefield 4. Remember the launch day of this game, how horrible it was for months, and the chaos and everything. But they fixed it and it was fine and awesome. Battlefield 1 was different. Battlefield 1 was awesome since day one. Everything was good. But there's one little thing that this guy missed, and it was just to put more guns in the game. To me, that's the biggest issue, at least for me. In Battlefield 1, I know people are gonna say like bullet spread and grenade spamming, and for me that was not an issue because I never got my butt kicked by stuff like that. You watch my videos in Battlefield 1, you know that, and I never explored the issue. So for me it's not a problem. I didn't see it as an issue. I adapted into the game, into the bullet spread, and once I did that, it was just a mayhem after that. And I got videos to prove it, and it was just too awesome. So I think Battlefield 2018 is gonna be awesome because hopefully these guys learned a lesson and they're gonna bring more guns into the game. So I just want to say that at the moment of this commentary, there's no footage, don't really info about Battlefield 2018. So I'm just basing this on my own opinion and what I believe is going to happen. Not that I've seen anything. Maybe I could be wrong. You can come back to this video and tell me that I was wrong or that I was right. But I feel it's gonna be an awesome game. And I think at the same time that Battlefield 2018 is a game that is gonna let people down also. And the reason why I'm saying this is because they're gonna keep the same Battlefield 1 type of vibe. And a lot of people don't want that. Like the big YouTube channels. The people that used to play Battlefield 4, they don't play Battlefield 1. Not that much, or like nothing at all, because they don't like that the World War One guns and so on, which is okay. If people don't like the game, if you don't like the game, that's okay, that's fine, that's the way it goes. You like it or you don't like it, that's it. There's no gray area, either black or white. You like the game, you don't like it, that's it. So anyway, I think it's gonna do that, let people down, because people are expecting something like this, like what you're seeing right now on the screen, like Battlefield, the Battlefield, right? But these guys, it seems like they started from scratch. Battlefield 1, and then World War 1, World War 2. What's gonna be next? Let's not talk about Bad Company 3, but what could be next? Maybe Korean War, maybe Vietnam. The stuff which they already did with Bad Company 2 Vietnam DLC, which in my opinion is the best DLC of all time. And then probably move on to Modern Warfare. But I don't think it's going to take too long before we get to see a Modern Warfare, like Battlefield Modern Warfare stuff. I believe that's going to be Battlefield Bad Company 3. So if this guy, hopefully they get rid of this Battlefront. I don't like Battlefront at all. I mean, the Star Wars is fun, it's okay, but it's not my cup of tea. I would rather play Hardline than Battlefront. So anyways, I believe that's what's going to happen. They're going to do World War II, and hopefully I'm right, and the next Battlefield game will be Bad Company. Well, Battlefield game will be Bad Company 3, and that will be set in Modern Warfare, and then these guys bring another one, maybe Vietnam and so on, and it's all fun and games. So I believe that's gonna happen. They're gonna stick to some of the same formula here that you see that you see in Battlefield 1. Same idea, maybe improved stuff, like I said, maybe better customization, more guns. More guns. That's the biggest issue in Battlefield 1. I mean, after all the DLCs and stuff, if you purchase all DLCs. Yes, we do have more guns, but at launch it was just like I was like really annoyed with the whole variants. Just the same gun with the scope, or the same. It didn't feel like another gun. So in my opinion, they need to bring more guns. The game was fine. The game was running perfect. At least to me, everything was good. It's just more guns, and well, customization, I can't see why, because back then I don't think they have much stuff to choose from. But if they do decide to go on the Modern Warfare 2, World War 2 era, I think that's gonna it's going to expand a little bit more, because considering other World War II games, such as, let's say Call of Duty games, that are based on World War II, some of the guns have suppressor and different sights, so that could bring, or open the door for these guys to make a World War II game with good customization, because there's a lot to choose from. So maybe extended mags for guns, suppressors, and more sights, and that'll be great. I don't think they have iron sight, laser sights back then, so I don't expect to see laser sights in World War II. But suppressors and different sights and extended mags are some of the stuff that we've seen so far, in games such as Call of Duty, incendiary rounds, for shotguns, stuff like that. So we may, we may be, into something good over here if you think about it. So World War II, I don't think it's such a bad idea. But I know there's a lot of people, or a lot of you watching this video, who don't want to play World War II, who want to move on into, the Modern Warfare. So I don't think it's gonna be that bad. And I'm not trying to tell you that you have to love the game or buy the game, or you have to go back to Battlefield 1, because that's not the case. And just because I enjoy the game doesn't mean that you have to enjoy the game. But at least to me, it's just a fun game to play, and I still do, and it's pretty fun. To bring all those gameplays with the face cam and stuff, it's always fun. So I think it's gonna be great. I think it's gonna be fun, and hopefully they take the route of bringing all this stuff, and suppressors and instead of mags, and so we can customize our guns, and it'll be interesting. It'll be something really good. Could be one of the greatest Battlefield games out there. So Battlefield 1 sold well, and it was pretty good, with the horses and all that stuff. Now just take that idea and just make it better. The game at launch was good, everything was good, so better just bring more guns, maybe a couple more maps, and it'll be all good. I like that. So other than that, I don't have major complaints about the game. So there's not much they need to. I mean, if we just go like crazy and start making a list about every single tiny little detail they could change, it'll be kind of like weird, and because there's no perfect game. So I believe, Call of Duty, what am I saying? Battlefield 2018, I think it's gonna be great. I think it's gonna be awesome, and if they learn the lesson, we're going to enjoy the game, and it's gonna be the World War II, if it's truly World War II. If it is, it's gonna be that game that we really wanted. Is the game, like, because I wanted Call of Duty World War II to be that game, and I was, terribly disappointed by that game. So I hope this Battlefield 2018 is that game, that World War II game that we wanted, or that I want, and it's gonna be like really awesome, and more destruction, and more guns, and more destruction. So that's gonna be awesome. So I'm trying to be positive. I'm gonna try to be positive, because that's how I am. I'm not gonna sit down over here and just complain about Battlefield 1, because A, I'm not like that, and B, that would be such a boring video to watch. Sit down and watch someone whining about Battlefield 1. Do you like that stuff? I don't like it. So, but anyways, I think it's gonna be great, and it's all good, and hopefully the next Battlefield will be Bad Company 3, and that game, and I think it's gonna be really scary for the people in at DICE, who are in charge of making all these games, all these devs, or developers. When they decide to release that game, they're gonna look at that game on the microscope like it's like a dinosaur. It's gonna be like, whoa, everybody comparing it to Bad Company 2. It's gonna be insane. I don't want to be working with those guys. I wouldn't. It's gonna be crazy, but I hope they do, and they get rid of Battlefront. Maybe some people like it, but I honestly, I'm gonna be like completely honest with you right now. I really wish they would bring Medal of Honor. I'm being serious, really. I enjoy Warfighter and the previous Medal of Honor. It was such a fun game to play, man. It was such a awesome game. I know, back then had some complaints about the kind of the score streaks. I thought they were fine, but okay, let's say they get rid of it. Get rid of those score streaks or kill streaks that they had back then. but I think it's such a good game. It was fun, the mechanics, the sounds, and everything. So it was good. So I much rather have like a Battlefield, Medal of Honor, Bad Company kind of like situation going on. What do you think? Maybe Battlefront. I don't know. Maybe, but let's say it's that Battlefield, Medal of Honor, Bad Company. How's that? That will be insane. I don't think Call of Duty will stand a chance against something like that. Even though I do like Call of Duty too. So looking forward to Black Ops 4. So, but that'll be a really good 3-year type of thing. With good games, and that'll be pretty awesome. Awesome to see that. Hopefully they not really. Hopefully they bring Medal of Honor back. I missed that game. It was pretty fun. So yeah. Once again, I think Battlefield 2018 is going to be great. It's going to be great. Hopefully they add tons of guns, man. That's good. That's going to be really good. Guns with suppressor, so we can be stealthy. And yeah, I don't think the technology back then was really great when it comes to launchers. Like if you want to take down airplanes and all that stuff. But another thing they should bring back, man, in Battlefield 2018, it's tank superiority. Oh yeah, all tank warfare. That'll be pretty insane. And also, I like what they did here in Battlefield 4 with the nighttime maps, man. It's like those little ideas they could apply, and into other games. I know it'll be weird in Battlefield 1 or because nighttime, so there's no IRNV, so everybody will be like blind, running blind in the forest. That'll be pretty funny. But maybe for future Battlefields, I like that idea. I like that idea. And looking at all the ideas from other games, such as the Ubisoft Far Cry 5 game, they happen to release a like this season pass thing, and I like how they're going to release like a Vietnam theme, like a futuristic theme, a zombies thing. I think that's pretty awesome. And these guys did something similar with Battlefield Bad Company 2 Vietnam. They did the Vietnam DLC. So it's not something these guys haven't done in the past or ever. They've done this. So the idea to create a different game within the game, that's just awesome. So even if they release a World War II game, but they bring a DLC that happens to be more towards, let's say, Korean War or something else, not necessarily World War II stuff, but just something different, I think that will just create another chaos, just like the Vietnam DLC did back then. Because in my opinion, up until this day, it's like the best DLC like ever. I mean, The Witcher, pretty good DLC too. The Witcher 3, but at least for shooter games, the Vietnam DLC was just the best. So I would love to see something like that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoy the DLCs from the Battlefield 1 DLCs, the Apocalypse and all that stuff. But if they bring something different, it's like you're playing a different game, and that's just awesome. So that's a really good idea that this guy had back then. So I wish they do it again. But yeah, that won't be so bad. Some Korean War, in the World War II. That'll be pretty good. I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking crazy. Maybe I'm hungry. Yeah, I'm just saying crazy stuff. But I think it's a good idea. At least right now in my head, it sounds like a good idea. So pretty awesome. So yeah, it could be good. Could be good. Something like that. More interesting. Yeah, I think people will be like shocked, because if you're bored with the World War II, at some point, and then you get DLC where it's the Korean, it's like, I gotta play this. This is just awesome, and it's just a DLC. Whatever, $15, $15 US, or $20 US, or whatever the price of DLC. That'd be pretty cool to see something like that. I'm not saying go to the point and do futuristic, because that's not it's not the point. It's just a little bit different. Maybe a little further into the future. So after World War II, what was next? Whatever was next, Vietnam, or whatever war was next, something like that. And that'll be pretty interesting and awesome to see and to play. So, man, old school. I'm not saying that this is an old game, but PS3, yes, it's old school stuff. It was fun back then. So, but I do have another gameplay. That I just found a couple of like games that I never posted, from my Battlefield 4 days on PS3. So I do have another. I think it's a domination with a shotgun, and it's not the M10. Very awesome stuff. So I'll be posting that soon. and hopefully you like it. I like to keep you entertained with different stuff. So, but the game is coming to an end. We destroy these guys, man. It's cool TDM here in one of my favorite maps in Battlefield 4, the Lankan Dam, and it was pretty awesome with the Ace 21. I think that's what I was using, and awesome stuff. So thank you for watching. My name is Father Child. Hope you enjoyed this gameplay commentary, and let me know what you think about my ideas in the Battlefield 2018 and stuff. So I'll see you, my friend, on the next video. All right, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and check out some of the other gameplays with Facecam because they're pretty awesome. And I'll see you on the next video. All right, later.